The Indiana Hoosiers are preparing for another national close-up on College GameDay. ESPN's premier crew comes to Bloomington ahead of Saturday's games against Washington. I've spent a lot more time in Bloomington than I planned at this time of the year. Usually I go to one game. This will be my third. Can the Hoosiers keep it going?
Yeah, I think they can. I don't know if they keep up these blowouts going. I mean, you're not going to blow past everybody, I don't think, or else Curt Cignetti, should just retire and wave and say goodnight.
Go to the
everybody.
NFL.
Yeah, do something. But yes, I do think they can keep it going. I think they'll be tough. I think they'll be tough at home. I think they proved a week ago they can handle these kinds of national moments. That part of the whole thing is not going to get to them. But they're playing better teams each week, and Washington will present maybe more of an offensive challenge to the Indiana defense than anybody yet has, and that'll be something they have to stand up to.
Yeah, and this has a whole different storyline, and not just the College GameDay part of it, which is significant. It's the second time they've been to IU, but the first time they've really been there to see Indiana. The last time they were there was the first game of the season because Ohio State was there. But what matters is that starting quarterback Curtis Rourke's not going to play. And you're going with Taven Jackson, who was a part-time starter last year, had some decent moments, actually played his best game against Louisville up in the Lucas Oil Stadium. This year he didn't win the job against Curtis Rourke. He's played okay in the moments he's been able to get in there. He did get to play the second half, the last game against Nebraska, so he's not coming in totally cold. So I expect to see Indiana to change the playbook a little bit, be more running plays, of which they were good, running the ball against Nebraska last week, and a little bit less passing play. We'll see if they can maintain it. Another thing I think is an advantage, and I might be wrong, Washington, although they're coming in off an off week, is a West Coast team. We know this year in the Big Ten, the teams going across the country have not played well, but they're also playing at noon, which is 9 o'clock Seattle time.
Yeah, it is. And to say that they've not been to Indiana, nobody's been into Indiana at the kind of atmospheres that they're having in these games now with all of the national hype. I will say that the good thing about Taven Jackson is that he has started, and he got to play that second half last week. So he's not walking into completely unfamiliar territory, and the team is familiar with him. And it's been a new coaching staff. It is a new offensive philosophy, and we'll get to see how he operates under it, which will be very interesting. You'll be up there, as I said, a lot more time back in the old alma mater town,
Crazy.
so can't hurt. You can catch every episode of Overtime on WDRB+.
Download the app on your phone or TV today.